human interaction, I guess.
I'm really excited to be in a live lecture setting.
Traveling.
Go to larger events again.
Concerts.
Losing the stress of being able to see our friends.
Going to a bar, can I say that?
Yeah, you can say that.
An actual sit-down restaurant.
Going out.
I'm excited to go to movie theaters.
Reconnecting with people that I've lost connection to during COVID.
Hanging out in large groups.
Meet new people.
I'm excited to see many faces again. Hug all my friends.
Hug people.
Just those little moments like kind of make your day.
I think that's an experience that I took for granted.
I can't imagine doing college right now. I took the semester off solely because I could not stand to go in front of screens for that long again.
Feeling good? Feeling ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's rock and roll. Alright, to start off, can you introduce yourself, who you're in school, major, hobbies?
Yeah, I'm Ashley. I obviously go to the University of Minnesota. I'm a freshman.
I'm a first-year student.
I'm a second year at the U of M.
Sophomores.
Sophomore. Junior at McMaster College.
Junior.
Third year.
First semester senior.
Senior.
I graduated during COVID.
I just graduated this past fall.
I am a graduate student at Concordia.
Yep. Okay, so walk me through a normal day of life in COVID. So like you wake up, what do you do?
Ooh, eyes open, grab my phone. Snapchat, TikTok.
On Reddit?
I wake up at 9 a.m. and my lecture's at 9:05.
Like roll over onto my side and watch my lectures.
I usually will go to my classes. I can't say I pay attention.
It's just moving between the couch and my bed.
Keep doing nothing.
It seems like the days are just endless.
I have class at 5:30.
Online homework.
Play some video games, watch some TikToks, catch up on some messages and some emails.
We are not able to separate our personal space from our workspace. Your library is your room is where you sleep, your room is where you eat. It's stressful.
I'm pretty much on my laptop, I would say, for a lot of the day.
Can you take out your phone and read your screen time?
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. I literally was just saying how embarrassing this is. This is gonna be embarrassing.
Oh, interesting. I don't know.
An hour and 46?
Yeah.
Wow, how many hours was on TikTok?
An hour and 20 minutes.
My daily average screen time is 2.5 hours.
3 hours.
3 hours, 18 minutes. 4 hours and 55 minutes.
5 hours.
5 hours and 5 minutes.
5 hours and 19 minutes.
5 hours and 33 minutes.
5 hours and 56 minutes.
6 hours and 11 minutes.
7 hours and 28 minutes.
7 hours and 32 minutes.
Just under 8 hours.
9 hours and 10 minutes.
That's depressing.
I absolutely wish that my screen time on my phone was lower. Think about how many hours you were up.
I do think it's mostly COVID related, but definitely embarrassing, I think, and I want to get better about it.
It's so easy to just pull it out and just be on it for a while.
The phone, the laptop, like it hurts my eyes so badly. I like can't stare at a screen any longer. I used to never go on my phone during class.
I kind of just go on my phone subconsciously during class.
But now that all of my assignments are on my phone, I'll be like looking at my phone while I'm doing homework, but then I'll get distracted.
Whenever I want to rest, I'll just be on my phone now.
Honestly, I think I do more work just because I don't necessarily understand the material that I'm learning in class because I'm not paying attention.
But now what I'm trying to do, since I am not having a full understanding of the material just from lecture, like I'm actually reading through all of my textbooks.
And so I've been studying way harder now. I almost never come out of my room. My mom even has to bring me food sometimes.
I remember one of my roommates came upstairs at 3 p.m. in the winter crying, and we sat on the porch with her, and all she said was, I hadn't seen the sun yet today because all I've been doing is studying for a chemistry exam.
You don't really have that ability to just speak with your professors and go over some of the practical and hands-on things that we learn with other classmates.
I like being able to go back and re-watch lectures, or like being able to rewind and just like pause to write everything down.
being able to like watch some lectures at like 2 times speed, so it saves time.
I can have my camera off so nobody has to see me, and I don't have to participate if I don't want to.
It's easier to avoid responsibility.
I don't really study a lot anymore just because like everything now is open note.
Watch the lectures 5 minutes before the test and then have all that information in your head and then go and take the test and then forget it right afterwards.
I'm not nearly as productive anymore.
I'm a lot less productive.
I think it's lack of motivation, like burnout.
Like I need to motivate myself with cute pens, cute sticky notes, you know, post-it notes. I have to use stickers to motivate myself to take notes.
I feel less obligated to spend hours and days studying for it because they're not proctored.
Professors try to use Proctorio and all that stuff, like there's still ways to get around it.
But then there were like people getting 100%. Then we figured out afterwards that there was a group Discord call and everybody was just on Discord. Yes, Discord is where everything goes wrong.
So were people just all like on the test during Discord?
Oh yeah, I think almost everybody in college has like cheated on the online tests.
I don't think it's necessarily cheating. I think it is more of a coping mechanism, a way of navigating and them trying to find their way to accommodate for COVID.
The entirety of the material that was taught had been answered a Google search away.
They're more worried about us memorizing information rather than actually learning the concepts. I feel like it's safe to say like this entire year I have not learned a thing. I've learned things, but I haven't learned. Do you know what I mean? I just don't feel like a student.
I just straight up don't think I'm learning, honestly.
I think like by now I've adapted to it. I guess it might have taken a while to get used to it.
No, you think after a year and a half we would be like, yeah, I got this now. But I don't. I have not been grasping information. Zoom classes, I still don't like them.
I am pretty much 100% adjusted to it at this point.
No, they've gotten worse.
I think I've found the way to still go through my classes and make it as easy on myself while still doing the best that I can to get a good grade.
I feel adjusted more so now than I did before.
It's been like over a year now.
Class online has to adjust me to stay in my room more.
As much as we can, I feel like, I don't think we can fully get used to it.
I don't think I'll ever get as comfortable on technology as I am in person. I'm very much an outgoing person, an extrovert, and I thrive off social energy, and you can't receive that typical energy through a phone.
Well, I say I still haven't fully adjusted to online learning. That doesn't mean that I'm ready for in-person learning either.
I'm ready to go back in person, but I also know that there will be an adjustment period.
I don't remember how it was before, honestly.
I don't think we're gonna go back to normal all at once.
Classrooms, but still distanced in classrooms will be different.
Relearning how to talk to people, that's gonna be so bad.
I'm like nervous because I don't know how to make friends.
Whenever I go out to a store somewhere and I have to interact with somebody for more than a minute, it gets hard.
It's going to be very overstimulating for everyone. Headache medicine, because I'll be like freaking out as soon as I see people again.
Not knowing people's comfort level with physical distance is going to be difficult.
I think there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be eerie of physical touch and any sort of contact like that of people they're not comfortable around.
Getting back to being comfortable, like shaking someone's hand, that's actually, I think, going to be more difficult than I think.
Last week, I had been seeing a patient for 10 weeks, and I discharged him from physical therapy and gotten to know him really well. And I was like, well, how do we end this? Because I'm not going to see you again. I don't shake hands anymore like I would typically when people come in, but he offered his hand, he said goodbye, like it's nice working with you, and I'm like, okay, we're shaking hands again.
I'm more excited to go back.
I don't feel as scared more, but more cautious. Keep that distance because you just never know.
It's gonna make me really anxious to be surrounded by that many people, and then to also have to learn in that environment where you don't really feel safe. Actively thinking about other things is gonna be very difficult.
I would not feel comfortable going back to in-person classes if there was not a vaccine.
I think it's going to be a big adjustment period going back to in-person classes. And, you know, having to attend lecture in person, having to account for the walk time and knowing that I mean, you're going to be taking exams in person, you're going to be doing assignments in person and handing stuff in person. I think it's going to make it a lot more difficult on people than people even realize right now.
I don't even really know where my classes would be because like I don't know campus that well.
Already I'm like, I don't want to walk every day, and I actually have to get up on time and be there.
Everybody's attention span is getting shortened. It's going to be really hard to like sit through an entire class period where you can't pause it and like go get a snack.
My attention span has just decreased a lot.
My attention span is gone.
My attention span has gotten a lot shorter.
I think professors are going to have to be patient and flexible coming back into it, like understanding that a lot of these people will have been freshmen this year that got no in-person experience. And so this is really their first in-person college experience.
I think professors should, especially for labs, should just be aware that we haven't had anything in person. I learned how to micropipette online. I'm not gonna know how to do a lot of things immediately.
Having a little bit of a grace period
kind of gives students the same leniency that they have during COVID.
What my professors especially are doing is very good right now. They are making in-person class optional, not mandatory.
Keep the online option open when it's possible.
They always have the instructor or like the professor always wipe down everything when the class is done, and then the student will go in and go wipe like down the stuff, and then we just sit down normal. But we'll probably have to sit like 6 foot apart.
Constantly remind students to stay safe, wear masks, do what they need to be safe.
Enforcing some like rules, like if you see a student that's not wearing a mask, like you being the authority, you being the professor, like please tell them like, can you wear your masks? Make that a mandate.
Students, I just think we have to do our part and be safe and like protect each other and our professors and our families.
Students, please don't throw big parties.
I would like to think that hygiene culture and like party culture would change, where people aren't like passing around like vapes and like not drinking out of each other's cups and like sharing chapstick and stuff.
I think now people will be more understanding about sick days, and like if you're sick, like please do not come in.
I think people are going to definitely start wearing surgical masks during cold and flu season.
I think overall people are just going to be more sanitary, which I think is a good thing.
Understand that vaccines work and you should get one when you can, but that doesn't mean you can just go out and start ignoring everything that we've been doing for the past year.
If everyone could have an understanding that people are going to feel different types of ways about things going back to normal and have different levels of comfortability, and maybe their anxiety is going to manifest in different ways.
Take time for yourself to do self-reflection and like self-care, because everybody's going to have a different reaction. So I think you really need to also be receptive to how other people are feeling, so that you don't make other people uncomfortable, or so that you don't make yourself uncomfortable.
Know that it's not going to be 100% normal immediately. There's going to be some lingering fear,
lingering anxiety,
and that's okay.
Walk in someone else's shoes.
Right. Open-minded.
Flexibility.
Be patient.
Accommodating.
Patience and understanding that like we're all trying to adjust again.
I'm hoping that there will be more of a sense of community that has been built, but I don't know.
Right, no, that's a good answer. All right, we are done. That's it.
Bye.